Should be
All
up.
right, we're on. Welcome, folks, to the June 30th, 20 Select Board meeting for the town of Parsonsfield. I am back from the dead, although not completely. I thank Aaron and Jen for the work they did while I was out. Hopefully I will continue on my road to improvement. Pardon me if I cough a little tonight. As I get tired, I cough more. And believe me, I'm tired. Okay. Our first agenda item is town clerk report. Today is the end of our fiscal year, so she is working on closing the year out. If she has time, she will come in later. Okay. Review and approve agenda for tonight. I think we've all been through that. We're okay with it? All right, minutes from June 23rd. Probably also been through those.
Yes.
No, there were some modifications. But we're good with them, or you guys are good with them. I was not here, so.
Here we go again, Aaron.
Okay, while he's finishing that up, we'll continue on with the warrant for this week. Actually, let me take that put back in the folder. This week's warrant is a relatively small one. We have $11,066.50, which is dramatically smaller than they are in general. No big bills, no plowing, no trash contract, no school payment. And because it's the end of the fiscal year, things are kind of winding down. All right. Sign that. Okay. While that's going through, I'm going to continue on. We ran an ad for an appeals board secretary. Have not gotten any response, so if anybody's interested, that's kind of one of those that the appeals board meets infrequently, but when they meet, they sometimes have 3 or 4 meetings in a row. So, anyways, we'll run that ad again next week for 2 weeks, and hopefully get some response. Okay. You want to put, oh, that goes to Daniel. Yeah. I have no reports from outside agencies. All right. Planning board workshop is July 2nd, this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. And their regular meeting is July 16th, also at 6 p.m. We have an on-site inspection on July 13th at Maple Crest and Fenderson Road for a proposed subdivision. I do not have a time on the agenda for that. Maybe somebody can come up with that in the next couple of minutes.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay. Is that on the website?
It's on the calendar and under news.
Okay. So you can look there, and map and lot are posted on one of those?
A Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. So you can see the map and lot. Okay. Discussion items. Cannabis facility license application. Well, this is a whole minutes here.
Do you have the new one?
The new one is trimmed down, but still has
Okay.
quite a bit in it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. I'm looking at the one that, I thought that was the new one. Let's see.
The new one has the sub-bullet.
Yeah, do you have this? You can read from that one if you want.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay.
That's what I have. Okay. So the 04047 LLC application was tabled last week. And we have since gotten information from the Saco River Corridor that because of the fact that the prior use was not permitted properly, they will require a permit for the 24 Federal Road. So that one is tabled until we get an update from Saco River Corridor.
So,
Right.
to be clear, that's tabled until the Saco River Corridor Commission issues a permit?
Either that or they say they don't need one. We need something from the corridor.
So until the commission has opined whether a permit is required or not, in the
That's
full
correct.
commission,
Yep, that's
the
correct.
application is tabled.
Yep. All right.
And may I ask, I don't want to speak out of turn here. but
Okay, yes, you may, but let's stop there.
Does the board intend to schedule the public hearings for the other two applications in the meantime?
In the meantime, we probably won't do it tonight, but we will in the meantime, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We will look at that probably next week.
Thank you.
Okay. Heating service contract. We got a bid from,
Do you,
oh,
I'm really sorry to interrupt.
no, it's all
But
right.
the letter that we got from Cam about the conditional use letters, we need to,
Okay,
agree
yeah,
with
I was
that.
gonna bring that
Oh,
up as an
okay.
addition.
okay,
Yeah, yeah, it's part of this, though.
It is part of
We
it.
can say that. Our attorney has asked whether we want him to draft the conditional use approval letters, and it's certainly, in at least my opinion, that that would be the best way for that to happen. So there's no issue with the letters, and we don't have to reject them as we did in a past earlier. So, is there any other discussion on that? Or somebody want to make a motion? Basically, we have to approve the expenditure. It would come out of the planning board budget, but we still have to approve it.
And that would come out of the planning board budget for next year or for this year? At this
Yes.
point? Yes.
No, it would be next year,
Right.
because he's not going to do anything
not gonna
this
do it
year.
today.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll just have to account for that in budgeting.
Right.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we agree to engage Cam to create the letters of approval for the conditional use
Okay.
for the three
Second.
applications.
I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussion?
No.
Okay, all in favor of that? All right. All right, got it. Okay, can I move on now to the heating service contract?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
So, we got a bid for a contract from Parsons Field Heating and Cooling, who is also a company who has put a bid in to replace our boiler. There are a couple of edits going back to Parsons Field Heating and Cooling. It looks like their bid, though, which includes maintaining the new boiler, assuming we get that in place soon, is less than Mechanical Services contract, and they're local. I mean, the big issue with Mechanical Services, in my mind, is that if they have to come out for an emergency, we get charged for half a day, and their rates are very high.
Yeah.
I do have a little concern when we were looking for somebody to maintain the system, and the ventilators in particular. A number of people said, well, we aren't familiar with those, we can't work on them. and I want to make sure before we sign a contract with Parsons Field Heating and Cooling that they're familiar enough with them and they can maintain them.
Yeah, he came
He
to
came
the
in,
workshop and sat here, said that he, had no problem with them,
Okay?
I don't know that he's necessarily specific to these ones,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
he did not express any concerns over servicing them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know that he crawled up in the space either, just to see what was up there, or, I mean,
That one's a little more generic.
okay.
It's these wall ventilators that are
Uh-huh.
the issue in general.
I don't mean to interrupt. Can I add this to your warrant? Did you approve it yet?
We did, but
I just wanted to scoot in the BMV report to close out the year.
Okay.
So this is the updated one, if you don't mind.
okay, yeah.
Boy, that's like 4,000 more.
Yeah. So what's the total?
$15,494.23.
Okay, so Danielle in her fiscal year closeout had to close out motor vehicles. And we send a check to Augusta for the things that she's collected for, so this is just a pass-through really. But the warrant itself is now $15,494.23. Okay, so you've sent some questions,
Yep.
updates to Parsons Field Heating and Cooling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would it be worth just double checking with him to make sure he's comfortable with that kind of a setup?
Again?
Yeah.
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 Yep.
I mean, I know he came in, but I'm not sure he,
Yeah,
dove into it.
Right.
Yeah.
okay, good. All right, and, well, I guess Debbie talked to Mechanical Services today, and they did say if we did not sign the contract today, that their price might go up. But that's
Thanks. Thanks, the
something
other
we'll have
ones,
to
so.
deal with if we decide to go with them.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Okay. Land share riders, ATVs. Use of Hasty Road for accessing the parking area. This was something that we brought up when they came in probably in end of April or May, early May. Basically, state law says you can't use an access road. You can't use a public road, excuse me, for accessing a parking area unless it's going from trailhead to trailhead, which that is not. So we need to figure, now, land share people were very strong in their feelings about the fact that this would cause people in that area, as well as others, to, it would cause them hardship. Well, the other issue is that if they're getting to Hasty Road somehow, riding their ATVs, they're riding them across public roads where they really should not be. So, upset the ATV people, but I also want to keep it legal. And, I'm not sure there's any middle road here. Yeah, I don't know.
I know,
You guys have any feelings?
Well, I think, maybe getting in touch with Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, or whoever is ATV savvy and is in charge of that, maybe we could ask, tell them that there is this statute, we have people accessing the trailhead using a public road, and, I mean, there's been complaints of people with the ATVs going too fast.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I think maybe that would be the way to go, is contacting the people who are in charge of it, or who have the ability to enforce something like that.
Okay, make sure we're
Mm.
interpreting things
Mhm.
properly, is that kind
Yeah.
of thing?
Yeah, because they're the enforcement,
Mm.
so
Yeah.
it certainly would make sense to engage them for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody willing to volunteer for that?
I don't mind.
Okay.
I can find out who covers our area.
Okay, then, Lancer people would like to meet here July 10th, since we're closed on July 3rd. I should have mentioned that at the beginning of the meeting. The town office will be closed July 3rd and 4th, so Thursday and Friday of this week. So I certainly don't have any problem with them meeting July 10th. Oh, let me move to July. And we'll have to see about opening and closing. I can probably do it. So are you guys okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, and we got a call from Province Lake Golf Course chef, who many of you know. He would like to set up a program to give out free meals to kids during the summer. This would just be Parsonsfield children, and they would be, if I understood what Jen said, it would be kids who might be serviced by the
Backpack program.
the backpack program, not the knapsack.
Yeah, I said it correctly.
During the school year, but may not have anything similar during the summer. So, we have a number of questions on that. So we'll be following up with questions and going from there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, trash and recycling. Aaron, I'll ask you to give maybe an even briefer synopsis of our meeting with Casella, since it was not broadcast on Thursday. Aaron was nice enough to do this during our workshop, and I'm going to ask him to do it one more
Put me on
time.
the spot again, see if I can remember everything. No, so the biggest things is that, the day is not changing, nothing will be changing in terms of the days. They will be picking up both trash and recycling every week. It'll be every Friday, so it'll be recycling every week, which will be, the only change. There's going to be no changes to bags or containers or carts or anything like that.
Right.
I reiterated those concerns because we saw some of those concerns expressed about that happening in other municipalities, and they said, yeah, those are, any type of programs like that are driven by the municipality themselves, and it's to reduce the amount that's going each week, to reduce the number of trucks or things like that is why they do that. But there was going to be no change. They're going to service the town with a single truck. It's a split body truck, so it'll have recycling on one side and trash on the other. So you'll see everything get picked up by one truck, but the truck itself is actually divided down the middle. So I think that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
covers it.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. The two main points there, to me at least, is that they will be picking up with one truck. And we're gonna get a picture, we're waiting for that, but we'll publicize that shows the two separate bins for recycling and trash. And they will be picking up recycling every week as well as trash every week. So
Yep.
the fact that they're going with this dual body truck says we might as well pick it up every week.
Right.
So, very good, thank you. We got a note from Spectrum that they're going to have a contractor out doing some pole line engineering and surveying for the possibility of installing what's called FTTH, or fiber to the home, in different areas of the town. We're not sure how long this is going to take, but they're starting tomorrow, or they may start tomorrow. That's their earliest. And so you may see people out there with survey equipment, and basically they're looking at the possibility of fiber to the home.
And it is a couple large tracks, so if you've got a question on whether or not, there is a map on the website, go under news, and then you'll be able to see not only a map of the tracks, but also kind of like what the technology looks like that they're gonna be using. It's a GPS device that they're gonna be using for surveying, so.
Okay. Yeah, this is not a door-to-door survey, this is from the road survey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for our, excuse me, agenda items. Jen, do you have any updates?
I'm just finding Youthful Maine, their Facebook page. They are going to deliver, we'll have a food distribution on July 17th.
Okay.
Okay, a Thursday. And then we'll have another one in August on August 21st.
Okay,
Yep, so those are the 2 summer dates for that. That's good.
good.
I spent some time with SMPDC last Thursday on working through some of our grants. The Community Action Grant actually is effective today. We don't have an invoice yet. They'll be working on invoices. The grant itself will really get underway in September. So there'll be a lot of just kind of back and forth with the grant writing itself. I'm getting a contract from GoPIF and then one from SMPDC as well. And the energy audit probably won't start till September, and then we'll just get it rolling and hopefully finish it up within a year and get an idea of what Parsonsfield can do for solar, how it's going to help the town, or maybe at least cut back on our utility costs. The second thing they wanted to do, there's another community action grant that is due in August 29th is the deadline. It's another $75,000, and there's a new list of projects that you can apply for. Of course, if our grant was done, we could get more money for putting in some solar, but we won't have finished it yet.
Yeah.
But one of the things they do like is a match, not from the town, but if we get this grant and we were to use that as part of the grant from DOT, the villages, for sidewalks, they love that kind of a combination. So it may be something that I'm looking into,
Okay.
all right, by the end of August to see if we can do that for sidewalks in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
And DOT has a grant scheduled that is
Yep,
kinda
they have a
fits in there.
program, and it's like, it's villages and et cetera, et cetera. I'd have to look at it again, but they have a program,
Okay.
DOT, that works on that kind of thing, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it could be good,
Yeah.
could be good. Could be a lot of work again, but we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, so I think that's all I have for right now.
Okay. Aaron?
Yeah, I haven't heard back from the DOT contact that we made contact with like a month ago, so I've sent a couple emails, so I can send you his name as well.
Sure.
That way, you know, I don't know, he just stopped responding, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but hopefully we can get dual attack, we can get him to
To
focus
do
on.
something, yeah.
And then the file cabinets are being delivered tomorrow. We have 5 filing cabinets being delivered. Went through surplus business assets out of Sanford to get those, and ended up spending around $900 less than we had approved. So saved some money and got a couple extra filing cabinets as well. So
I like that.
thank you, Pam.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I only have one thing. We have an appointment sheet for our deputy code enforcement officer and LPI that we're going to sign. That'll get passed on to the town clerk. I should note Danielle is here, having pushed all the buttons and closed out our fiscal year, at least in trio.
In trio.
Yeah. I realize there's more. Yeah. But I'll give you the floor if you want it.
I didn't expect it to
No?
be done. It was
Yeah.
really slick. That went perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
Wow.
good.
Through and
Yep.
said about a half an hour, but it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No,
Well, good.
Just a reminder, we are closed for the holiday, Thursday, July 3rd. That's really all I have.
Okay. Yeah. All right, very good. Well, congratulations on the fiscal year closing. And pass that around.
Sure.
New one goes off.
And this sheet can go to Danielle, and you sign it. I don't know, you're getting better at that, Jen. I don't know if we need
Don't get
anything
used to
there.
it.
You're welcome.
All right. I believe that's it. Pardon me. I hope that's it, because I'm getting to the end of my rope. We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Seconded?
All right, all in favor? Very good. All right, folks, thank you for joining us for our meeting. I know our workshop was kind of boring today. Hopefully not all of you sat through that, but if you did, congratulations. All right.